So as you can see, I have gone right back over here and I have retrieved my iPad. So I don't mean for this to be, look what an iPad can do. Really what I mean for, the following video here to be is look what you can do with a little bit of software. And believe me, we will get into solutions that you can use on Android, on iOS, on Apple, and on Windows when we talk about the different software here. But it's entirely true that the best photo editor you have is the one you have on you. It's entirely true that the best photo editor you have is the one you want to use. The one I have on me, almost without fail, is going to be on my either iPhone, because that's the phone that leaves the house with me, or it's on my iPad because that's where I do a lot of the video editing for this. It's where I do a lot of like the content curation. So I put things into folders so I can put them onto drives so I can get them later when I need them. There's a lot of management that has to go there. And with all that being said, if I don't always have to manage it from my office, it's summer outside, if I can do it from outside, let's do that. And these are super powerful devices that allow you to do that, but it's really all based on the software. So for the video that follows this, like this one, when I stitch in, the screen recording from here, please, please, please believe me when I say squint past the idea that this has to be done on an iPad. It doesn't. If you have Windows 10, you have Photo. It's not called Photos anymore. It's called Photo App, no S. What Microsoft has against plurals, I don't know. If you have a Mac, you can do it right in Preview. If you have an Android phone, you can do it right from Google Photos. You can do it from Samsung Photos. Here on an iPad, and again, we'll get into the software of it later, but there's tons of applications. I'm just going to show you what it's like using the built-in apps and how much utility you can get out of those. From there, you can add layers, of complexity, of cost, etc. Photoshop is amazing. If I have a moment, I will put together a quick Photoshop one. Look what we can do. But it's $20 a month, and that's a lot for a lot of you. And if you are doing this with your multimedia, with your images, with your videos, for your own personal website, so I do all of this, for these online classes, let's say. I'm not getting paid any extra to do an online class like this. It's a ton of extra work. I can just talk at you in a classroom, but I have to produce this kind of stuff at home. So, the cost layer there, that adds to it. So what we're going to see here is just what you can do with editing, and look past the idea of the software that's being used and rather look to the idea of what it is that we can and might and should do in order to get the best image possible. So here we're going to meet you over on my iPad so we can take a look at what you can do with the image to make the best image possible. So here we are on the iPad, and this is just a picture of two bald eagles taken just a couple of weeks ago at a Green Bay animal sanctuary. It is in no way, shape, or form an image that's good enough to publish someplace on the web, right? It's fine. It's good. It's a little dark. It's a little dreary. The angle is a little bad. If we look at just the subject itself, we have way more garbage in the picture, right? We've got all this stuff over to the right hand side, and this really isn't a good usable image. So what we want to do is edit this image. The first thing what I should mention is I'm on an iPad, and you don't need to be on an iPad. If you're on your Android phone, if you're on an Android tablet, weird, but okay. If you're on your Windows desktop, if you're on your Mac desktop, there is free built-in software that will do exactly this for you. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to tap on the image, and over in the upper right hand corner, we're going to go ahead and say edit. And from here, we can do some of our basic edits. In the beginning, I actually think that right over here on the right hand side, you can see auto. I went and clicked on auto, and you can tell the shadows have been brought down a little bit. The highlights have been brought up a little bit. If you look at the eagle's beak, it's a little more yellow. If you look at the eagle's hair, it's a little more white. The feathers are a little more brown, and that is perfect. And in one button click, I have already enhanced the overall look and feel of this particular photo. But we have a little ways to go. On the left hand side, I'm just going to go ahead and click on it's the bottom of those icons, the crop and straighten. So we're going to crop this. I'm going to take the crop handles here. We're going to move in. We're going to move up. Let's see. We're going to move over right here. So if we stick to the rule of thirds from before, we've got the eagle on the left-hand side. It is no longer in the center. It is giving us a sense of scale, and we can move on from there. So already right here with 20 seconds worth, we have a better photo than the one we started out with. Now, is there more we can do? Yeah, absolutely. I would take a few more moments here ordinarily and play, with the image. I'm not super pleased with where the eagle is because there's only so much magic you can do from taking a bad photo in the first place, and this was right on that borderline. So I think I would play a little more. There we go. The eagle's eye is lined up on that left hand third. So we get an idea of how big the eagle is. Maybe if we put that claw right there. There we go. It's a little bit better. So all I have to do is click done, and we have a better image. It's gotten rid of all the additional subject we didn't need there. It's gotten the highlights, so the claws and the beak are yellower, the head is whiter, the body is browner, the trees are greener, the sky is bluer. Better overall image. 10 whole seconds worth of editing in whatever your default program was.